So how's that for my first Sears Point race since 2019? Holy shit. Congratulations to Daniel Suarez and his fans, like my dad, for finally getting themselves a win. I mean, even after the 2020 season where he was in that death sentence we call the Gaunt Brothers 96, I never lost hope for him or fans like my dad or just any of Suarez fans in general. I never lost hope. That guy is not a bust and never was a bust. He did the damn thing. So, congratulations to him. I also want to give a shout out to Brianna Paige Arsman Barnhart because, the fact that her mom, Connie Barnhart, who had me on Facebook, liked my shit of, me taking my little pre-race selfie in the mirror with the Coke. I mean, it just proves that, famous people, they do care about the fans and they like something that has nothing to do with their careers or, the shows they're on, or when their family likes their shit, they care about the fans that support their famous relative that everybody loves, that has millions and thousands of, fans and subscribers and supporters and whatnot from all over the United States of America and all over the world. And I also want to give a shout out to Papi Solo and New Rivals. Hopefully, greatest Nets fan of all time feels better soon with whatever, illness bug he's got, And, also, this Sears Point Dodge SaveMart 350 reaction video is dedicated to the following people for their birthday. So this is kind of a combination of a Sears Point race review and a little bit small birthday tribute, for Kayla Brown from That Girl Lele, who celebrates his Greg Biffle Sweet 16 today. Olivia Ryback from Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion on Disney Channel, who celebrated her Bobby Labonte 18th birthday last week. And today, her older sister, Yasmine Ryback, celebrated her birthday. I don't really know how old she is, but if you could tell me in the comment section when this goes up on TikTok and Instagram, I'll make sure to acknowledge it, sometime, and if there's another video later on tonight. But let's get into this race review. I mean, first off, I'll start off with the obvious. Cody, we're proving exactly once again, no matter the alliance, Rick Ware Racing is still hot caca and always will be to the end of time. Although, to be fair, I applaud him. I give credit and kudos to him for, getting stage points. And when Brianna's mom liked my post on Facebook, because, when I gave them a shout out on Facebook, even though Brianna has yet to confirm my friend request on Facebook. Man, it's like as soon as stage one ended, Connie Barnhart liked that shit. And boy, that was one hell of a top 10 to end stage one. I mean, we had Cody Ware, all these other people that normally don't run up front or even finish up there for 2022 standards. It was almost like, races that had weird top 5s and top 10s, and all the heavyweights, got crashed out or blew stuff up, like the 2007 Coke 600 with Mears, Yaley, us, Kyle Petty, Brian Vickers, Reed Sorensen, and at one point, Jeremy Mayfield before his engine blew. Well, I mean, it's always interesting when we get top 5s and top 10s like that, whether it be for the end of stages or for the whole race as a whole. I mean, this is stuff like this proves exactly why the Gen 7 has fixed a lot of problems we were having with the Gen 6 or even the Gen 5 aka COT. I mean, we get interesting top 5s and top 10s like that. The parity, the Gen 7, I know some people kind of felt it was a boring race. I mean, I can understand that and I can respect their opinion, but to me, I personally enjoyed it. But of course, it didn't take long for, when Bubba blew his engine 10, 11 laps into the damn race, that all the rent-free Bubba haters, racists, and boomers came out of their caves like they always do. I mean, I felt for all the poor Bubba fans on social media, especially the ones on Twitter I was looking at. I mean, Ian Jackson, to name a few, Devontae Whitehead. I felt so bad for them, honestly. Being a Bubba Wallace fan has been a fucking nightmare in 2022, or even a 2311 fan as a whole, even when Kurt, does well and wins races like he did at Kansas earlier this year when I was at my sister's baby shower when I was taking the week off of YouTube. But, wow, I mean, the only way, Booty Barker and, not the Price is Right Booty Barker, but the NASCAR crew chief in the wheelchair, they better fix their shit. Even though I'm no Bubba fan, I mean, if they're going to fix their shit and turn this thing around, they better start fucking now in 2 weeks at Nashville. And I will get to that story at the end of the video. But Cody Ware, as much as I, clown him for, failing inspection and not being able to qualifying lap, having to serve path through, he did, show a little bit of a mini comeback spurt by, finishing top 10 and getting those stage points in stage 1. So good for him. As much as I don't like him, but in Rick Ware as a whole. And Joey Head, speaking of Rick Ware racing, he had a hell of a race too. I'm happy for him. That's probably the only Rick Ware car that's worth the shit when people like him and Ryan Preece drive it. I mean, but the other drivers can go kick rocks as far as I'm concerned, but it's just why Starcom left, because Quinn Half ran him out of business after, Derek Cope screwed over Jeffrey Earnhardt Landon Castle the same way Gibbs screwed over Bobby Labonte in favor of J.J. Yaley, and a couple years before that, the Petties, as much as they're my lifelong childhood team, I'll never forgive them for screwing over John Andretti in 03. May he rest in peace, for trash can Christian Fittipaldi. Fittipaldi, at least Andretti won a race for the Petties, Fittipaldi didn't do shit. Hell, he never finished on the lead lap in a single race he was in for the Petties, or a single NASCAR race in general, regardless what team he drove for, what division it was in. And the only good thing he did was have a top 10 qualifying run at the August MIS race, where Jimmy Spencer gave Kurt Busch some booty barker action with the prices right in after the race, and the garage, Busch was still in the car. But anyway, we had the Joey Gase, penalty at the beginning. We had Cody Ware, no, not Joey Gase. Joey Gase penalty in the beginning, which resulted in getting a top 10 in stage 1 and getting some stage points. We had that hell of a top 10 in stage 1 because of it. And that, Brianna's mom liking my post on Facebook without out of nowhere when I did a little in the mirror with the Coke and my Ty Dillon shirt, even though I have to update my Ty Dillon gear and my Austin Dillon hat. And then we had Bubba Wallace's engine failure 10, 11 laps into the race. Oh yeah, let's not forget, there's a 4-week vacation coming up for Cliff Daniels and 2 random crew members. You picked a fine time to leave me, loose wheel. I mean, whenever they show the F5, so pretty soon NBC shows the tire that came off first before they show who lost it. I'll be like, when they show the tire for him, it's like, oh shit, who lost the tire? Because that's exactly what I did with Bubba at Circuit of the Arts Coda. It's like, who lost the tire? When this is probably what's going to lose Kyle Larson the championship and come back and bite him in the ass towards the end of the season at Phoenix in the chase. This penalty is going to fucking hurt them, considering, even though they were quietly lollygagging outside the Napa Auto Parts 500 win, this is going to hurt them in terms of trying to repeat as Winston Cup champion. And of course, Logano got stage 2 victory. We had a little bit of an interesting top 10. Not as interesting as stage 1, but it was still interesting nonetheless. And, Harvick, as his washed ass was up there competing for the win. But of course, as the washed up has been, he is, he slid back, And of course, being an Austin fan, considering before the Larson caution, he was up there in contention to steal one with Brad Keselowski and some other, top notches, And Connie Barnhart just mentioned me in a comment on Facebook, even though the push notification kind of went back and forth real fast. But I wonder what she had to say, but I'll get to that at the end of the video. But anyway, Austin had a chance to get a top 5, top 10, maybe even a win, steal away a win. But of course, Justin Alexander had to fuck it up like Fabricio goddamn Roberto. And he usually does a pretty good job, making the right calls and shit. It could have been a whole lot worse considering he got 11, considering my dad, when I called him right during the cool down lap to congratulate him on his win with Suarez, asked me on my behalf, I thought he got 12, but I wasn't paying close enough attention because I was too anxious to see Suarez get that win. I was so anxious to see Suarez get the win, and so therefore it could have been a whole lot worse, but it could have been better. Could have been top 5, could have been top 10 for Austin if Justin Alexander didn't fuck it up. This is where I wish Danny Stockman was still here. Where the fuck is that man when we need him? If Stockman would actually come back like he did, I think it was in 2018 or 2019, the team would be performing at 2016 levels of good, or because you remember how Austin had a great 2016 season despite not winning a race, considering he almost made the round of 8 at the EA Sports 500 a day after living La Vida Labra ended for good with the cliffhanger ending and shit. Well, Although, to be fair, if that was 2019, Danny Stockman was there, but Austin did not even run any better with him there. That was probably the worst season of his career, even though Stockman was there. But with Austin getting better as he's gotten older, and the RCR's gotten faster and more good and a whole lot better, Danny Stockman, would light a fire under this 3 team if he was there. I mean, Justin Alexander did good as Ty's crew chief at Germain Racing when, Matt Borland was suspended for the substance abuse policy, because that, when Justin Alexander was doing Ty's crew chief duties until, not Matt Borland, not Booty Barker, because Booty Barker was Ty's crew chief as a rookie in 2017, and even he was not capping off top 15s, top 20s, and even Ty came closer to winning races in that 13 car more than Max Pappas and Casey Mears, the 2 predecessors, ever did, except for the 2016 Pennsylvania 500 when Mears finished second, when Buescher won it due to the fog delay. Considering, I don't even remember how Buescher won that race and how, the fog delay, how, he managed to find a way to win it. But I'm pretty sure Mears could have won it if, the race would have run a few laps longer. If Buescher had pitted, Mears would have won. But, Justin Alexander, as good as he did as Ty's interim crew chief and Matt Borland was suspended in the early part of this 2019 chase, he did not do a good job with Austin today, and he's lucky Austin still found a way to finish better than he should have. I mean, it could have been worse, but it also could have been better. But hey, shit happens. What can you do? You win some, you lose some. Austin has had a lot of fast cars this week. He's still in, striking distance of making the chase, even though Suarez winning will, push the grid down even more. So this is probably going to fuck up, any chance any of the danger zone guys have at putting their way in. Us, Eric Jones, Ty's teammate, or even washed up bitch-ass Harvick. But, I mean, people like Keselowski and Bubba Wallace are going to be in must-wins. Best win scenarios by the time we get to the Firecracker 400 at Daytona for the regular season finale on my mom's birthday. So, therefore, and then of course, stage 3, but yes, I can't remember exactly all the stuff that happened in stage 2, but, Mike Joyce saying 29 laps off the lead when Kyle Busch spun, and then missing Ross Chastain's spin and missing a few other things is why I'm glad their caca coverage is done after today, and we get NBC and the GOAT, Kelly Stavist, in 2 weeks. I mean, NBC can have a lot of commercials, but compared to 2016, it's not as bad now. I mean, they have a lot of commercials too, but it's a lot less too. Considering, considering back in 2016, it was the other way around. Fox was better, NBC was worse, but now all these years later, it's the other way around. NBC is better and Fox is worse. I mean, the people who work at Fox are amazing. They're really cool people. They're nice, individual humans, but their coverage is hot caca and needs fucking improvement, because we do not get any kind of improvement by next season, 2023. I hope, Fox loses the rights to the TV contract. And as long as we do not get the Estupido Pendejo network back, if Fox is not part of the next TV deal, as long as we don't also get the Estupido Pendejo network, ESPN back, then I'm perfectly content. I mean, I'd be down for CBS coming back because of the fact that, I never, really got a chance to watch a live CBS race except for when they replayed them on Speed Channel as NASCAR Classics in 2001 and 2002, when they had to, edit out half the original broadcast to, fit the 2 hours to play the rerun. But Stage 2 had a lot of strategic calls, I think, which is why Jory, there was a lot of, variety in who won the stages and whatnot. But then comes Stage 3 when the Larson caution happened, and before, Justin Alexander made that fuck up on Austin, for Austin, he was not fucking around with that one card. Even RC was telling him, don't take any shit from that one card. The apologies were bullshit, and Austin fan or not, Childress wasn't wrong. I mean, at least he did, Chastain didn't wreck him, he kind of, screwed over Ty's chance to win the 2020 Daytona 500 by causing that big wreck that, caused that, 100 cars to get together in turns 1 and 2, and Ty was trying to drive, remember, Ty checked up, Cream, baby Cream, Maxwell Breckner from his spam page accepted me on Instagram, so shout out to him as well. But, LG Cream drove for life. I don't know when that next YouTube video for them is, but I think Luke Griffith's grad party is next week. Is it next week? Actually, no, not next week. It's actually the week after, so hopefully I'll be able to go to that so I can collab with, LG Cream and Drill. Luke Griffiths, Maxwell Breckner and Alex Cerna, but, you know, before Justin Alexander made that fuck up that Austin was luckily able to kind of rebound from, you know, that 3-car wasn't taking any shit, you know, that 3-car was on a mission today. Even after the Alexander fuck up, you know, he was actually marching his way up through, and he had his little brother Ty behind him, you know, when he and one made contact. But my only question is, when Austin was charging his way up and people in front of him were pitting and Allmendinger attempted to send it into overtime by going off the track, where the hell did Ty even go? Did the 42 even pit the car, you know? Even if he did, you know, Fox wasn't going to show that because he's not a big-name driver. But, of course, they had to show, you know, if it's, you know, someone like the Imposter and Brett Bodine's number, of course, it's a big-name driver going to show that shit. But anyway, yeah, Ian Jackson just messaged me saying Suarez got the win. Yeah, Ian, I know. But anyway, yeah, all in all, it was a fun race. I can understand why some people thought it was boring, but personally, I enjoyed it. I mean, considering the weather was a lot nicer than it should have been, I could have, you know, went outside to find better stuff to do, but it was not. This is my first Sears Point race since 2019, so I had to catch them. Plus, after I came up from the office and studio in the basement, I looked outside my bedroom window. The neighborhood seemed dead, so I didn't miss anything. But there's plenty of chances this week to go out in the neighborhood and do some fun in the sun episodes on YouTube and TikTok. So a fun race overall. I was so nervous for Suarez and his fans, led by my dad. You know, those last 20 so laps. I mean, I was screaming on Twitter and in real life, please no caution, and wow, like, racing gods did us a favor for once. I mean, my social media notifications are blowing up, so I'm gonna have to end this video. So next week, since my mom's not going to the wedding, you know, it's official. It's now that when we don't have to go to the wedding, it is free game from, you know, starting tomorrow, it's free game the whole rest of the summer, with us not going to the wedding next coming Saturday, and my sister's baby shower finally done. You know, it's going to be free game from tomorrow all the way till we get to September for Season 2 at Adventures in Autumn. And expect a shitload of YouTube videos this week, you know, fun in the sun in the neighborhood. We might do some Garra Acción Isidor. We might do Tim Duncan Can I Recreate. I'm not sure when I'm going to debut a real life NBA Jam or a real life Need for Speed on bikes this summer. Might have to be a July debut or something, but Tim Duncan Can I Recreate and Garra Acción Isidor will be sometime this month. I don't fucking know, but I'll figure that out. But next weekend, Saturday, will be a haircut vlog, and, you know, nothing more than that. But if, you know, if there's an episode of Garra Acción Isidor or Tim Duncan Can I Recreate that I want to do on Saturday, you know, they'll probably be uploaded. If you see it, it'll be after the haircut vlog. But if you don't see it, you'll know why. Because I never did it, and I didn't have time to upload 2 videos in one day. And then Sunday, we will do the Cedar Point vlog. Sunday, we will be doing that. But isn't this week we're going to do a birthday tribute? Yeah. So depending on how the weather cooperates on Thursday. I mean, if it cooperates on Thursday, then fine, we'll do it. But if it doesn't cooperate by Thursday, and, you know, Wednesday's supposed to be hot as balls, I think, then yeah, we're going to have to do it a day early. It just depends, you know. But you know what, we're actually going to do it a day early just in case, you know, it rains. And even if it doesn't, you know, it'll give us more time to relax on Thursday. We're going to do an old school Barney video. And what I mean by that is we're going to do a birthday tribute for my favorite Barney cast member, Marissa Sears Mahales. I'm sorry if I'm not saying your married name correctly. Hannah, you know, her birthday is on the 16th. So I figured let's make a birthday tribute for her, since we talked on the phone twice to her in 2019. The first time to introduce myself as a lifelong Barney fan, and the second time just wish her happy birthday and sing happy birthday to her, to Ricky Martin, Living La Vida Loca, written by Robbie Draco Rosa and Desmond Child. So, therefore, yeah, expect a lot this coming week. You know, this coming week of, you know, Marissa Sears Mahales birthday tribute, haircut video, a possible bonus, you know, possible second video on Saturday after the haircut video, if I have time and if I feel like it, and then, of course, Sunday the Cedar Point vlog. And when is Oh, wait a second. Okay, what's Douglas Ivy? Okay, I have to get off this thing, but whatever. Okay, last thing of upcoming video plans. whenever my Nickelodeon schedule gets back on track, I will be catching up on more Side Hustle and Danger Forts the next, like, crummy day we have. So, my notifications are blowing up, so I gotta check this shit out like Kevin LePage. So, have a good night tonight and a better day tomorrow. Life will give you a lot of lows, but when you hit a high, enjoy it. It ain't for the weak. Goddamn, be you. You have to try harder to do less. You can't deport a dream. Sometimes the worst things in life lead to the best things. Always bet on the side of love. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Sometimes you just got to be present, and you never fail until you stop trying. So take care, everyone. Good night, and I will see you all this whole week for a lot of bangers and possibly some more ragers too. And, you know, I don't know what tomorrow's video is going to be, but Wednesday or Thursday is going to be Marissa Cures, Mahala's, I'm probably watching her Mary Dame birthday tribute, you know, Hannah from Barney, and then, Saturday will be haircut, and depending on how I feel, maybe Garaxi and Isidore Tim Duncan can recreate, and then Sunday, the Cedar Point vlog, so therefore, that means no race next weekend, so Cedar Point all day, next Sunday, we get to relax, so I will see, for the NASCAR folks that watch my YouTube videos, see y'all in 2 weeks for Nashville, if I actually feel like watching that race, but anyway, let's get the fuck out of here, so see you later, everyone. Oh, right. Also, once for the last time today, happy Greg Biffle Sweet 16, Kayla Brown from That Girl Lele. Happy belated Bobby Labonte 18th birthday, Olivia Ryback from Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion. And happiest of birthdays today to her older sister, Yasmine. Cheers to all three of you and Ava Ryback, the baby of the Ryback sisters. All right, now we can get out of here for real this time. So, see you all for that next video. Vamos!